We're very excited to announce our latest innovation, Asset Financials. We've put together an incredible amount of research over the last 2 years to deliver this product to the market. We've had over 200 hours worth of interviews with contractors to try to understand how do they job cost their equipment. Understanding, are their pieces of equipment making money or losing money for them on the job? And we ran into the same answers and the same problems. People don't have accurate data as to how much their equipment and machines and assets are being utilized at the job to be able to translate that into efficient job costing. Typically, equipment is costed either manually through user input into a paper-based system or a spreadsheet or some other digital solution, but it's coming from the feedback of that foreman. At the end of the day, they're trying to remember which pieces of equipment they use, punching it in typically 8 hours per machine, and then letting accounting take it from there. What this product does, it's the first solution to merge telematics data and real-life location, productivity, and usage and utilization data with equipment rates to translate that into equipment job costing and billing. It also incorporates contractors' business processes and rate exceptions, the things that are common in the industry, like having a machine that is down, that you need to repair, but you can't bill the job for it until it's back up and running. Or transportation, when machines are being transferred from the yard to a job site. That mobilization has a real cost that systems today have not been able to capture accurately. So this solution that we're building, we're calling it the ERP's best friend. In our conversations with contractors, and we talk to contractors, big and small, all of them having mixed fleets, all of them worried about, am I making money with my fleet? Should I buy more? Should I rent more? How do I right-size my fleet? The questions that we get asked from them is, how do they have a true digital record, more in real time, of how their equipment should be costed to the job? The process today is something that you look at the end of the week or the end of the month. And you look at it by aggregating all these data sources, whether it's user input on different systems or spreadsheets or what the shop has to say. So the questions that they asked us is, how can we know faster which pieces of equipment are at the job and how much we should be job costing them so we can make better decisions? This product really extends to anyone who needs to make money by deploying their assets. So it would extend to rental companies. It is more naturally geared towards contractors, but most contractors have an internal rental model where they have their equipment division or shop and they rent equipment to their own job. So in that regard, this product does not really differentiate between a true rental or an internal rental. There are designations in Tenna that you can apply, and maybe that affects the rates, or maybe that affects the exceptions or the type of billing that you do, whether it's daily, weekly, monthly, and the different concessions that you may have. But ultimately, if a machine is deployed and the machine is going to do work, that has to be accounted for because there's real dollars that go into having that machine there, fueling it, greasing it, maintaining it, the cost of capital, the cost of interest, the cost of insurance. Those are real costs that have to be accounted for. We want to help those contractors, those rental houses, be able to recoup that cost and actually make money at their job or for that piece of equipment. This product is really designed for contractors and folks that own their own mixed fleets, right, that deploy to jobs. In terms of the end users, the personas that we focus on, there's a couple different people. We focus on the foreman and the super, the folks that are responsible for the profitability of the job. We want to empower them with real-time data of what their equipment is doing and how much their job is going to be charged or how much money they have to pay for that. So they can see and make decisions in real time about dismissing equipment or bringing additional equipment in when is needed, or being able to capitalize on what their contract allows them to bill for to recoup that money. So for superintendents and foremen, it's a very clear, easy experience for them to see what they got, see their job costs, approve those, or make challenges to those live without having to wait for paper or any other type of analog system. The other users that we focus on are the financial decision makers in the company. The folks that are looking at the equipment classes and looking at their entire fleet, deciding, should we buy more? Should we rent more? Should we replace some machines? Should we rebuild them? And the only way to get the right answers is by having the true data about the equipment costs. That's your maintenance, your ownership, your fuel, your labor, everything else that the other Tenna modules already capture, and the revenue or the job cost. How much is that machine producing?